Salut, David Wallimann here. Welcome to the Building a Song Diary episode 2. So we're going to do this again and we're going to explore different concepts. Hopefully this will be an ongoing series. And in order to do that, we need to start with an idea. The problem with a lot of guitar players is that they start composing with their instrument. And that kind of tends to limit the composition process because we kind of end up going towards the comfortable zones, the licks that we're used to, the keys that we're used to, and eventually it sounds very static. You really need to not have your guitar in your hand. Regardless of how much will you have, you're still going to start to play and noodle around. We want to break that. We want to find what's inside of you, go somewhere new with not much distractions, and start just composing in your head. And let's give that a try for a few seconds. So I think I have something, and it's going to be cheesy. I'm going to sing it to you, and here's the starting point of what might become something in a few weeks, few months, I'm not sure, but here it is. If you have a smartphone or a little recorder, that's where you need to hit the record button, because you might be taking a walk and have an idea like that. Just hit the record and sing over it. My phone is actually full of little ideas like that. I've got a few that I need to get onto the computer. I'm going to show you that process with the short melody that I just sang. So we're going to head to our sequencer. My sequencer of choice is Logic Pro 10, but this step can be done with any digital audio workstation. It doesn't matter. As long as you have some instrument sounds on there, as long as you can record audio, and as long as you can record MIDI also. That's an important step. The sound you use really doesn't matter at this point. We're simply entering the melodic idea into our computer. So I'm using my keyboard. The first sound that I have is totally fine. Before recording the theme, I need to figure out the tempo. And for that, I've got a nap here on my phone, just a metronome. I'm going to try 90 beats per minute. I'm basically going to set the tempo, and I'll hit play, and I'll sing the theme over it to see if it fits the tempo. Because I'm not a keyboard player and my ear is not perfect, I'm going to have to fish around for the notes a little bit, but let's give that a try. Now that I've got the idea in, I'm going to quantize it, which means that the rhythm is going to really fit the tempo. The value for the quantization is going to be given by the fastest section of your melodic idea. In this case, da-da-da. If you take these notes in tempo, da-da-da, and you just repeat them, da-da-da-da, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4 notes per beat. That's 16th notes, and that's the value that I'm going to enter here. The next step is going to be to loop that section and create a second MIDI track so that we can have more context. In order for a note or a series of notes to have emotional value, they need to be measured according to something else. And that's why learning your intervals is so important. So we're going to loop that section. I'm going to create a second MIDI track. Maybe I'll start with just a standard bass tone, and we're going to just search around and see how each note impacts the theme. And I'm going to just search around until I have something that might sound good. It's a lot of searching, especially that keyboard is not my main instrument, but that's a good thing because it really forces your ears to be involved in the process. I'm going to create a third MIDI track on which I'm going to play around with different chords. I like those two last chords a lot, so I'll probably just record these two last chords for now. This one right there. I like that. So I'll just continue searching until I find these two first chords. That's where your ear gets involved. A note can be accompanied by a lot of different chords in the back, and that's going to change the character of that note. But this is what I want, I think, for the first one. That's going to be our second chord. I'm going to let that idea grow. So I hit the save button, I'm going to see what happens in a couple days. I will come back to it, listen to it, and I will probably hear the next section, and we'll start to organize our song. I'll see you in the next episode, and let me know in the comment section what you think about this type of thing. And I really encourage you to give that a try. Put your guitar or your main instrument down, sing, find the idea, hit the record button on your phone, and transfer that into MIDI. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do to be up to date on future videos. Thanks for watching this. I'll see you next time.